Okay, folks, listen, if you've been following me, you guys should have noticed by now I'm doing a lot of budget-friendly, a lot of crock-pot videos, right? So today I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make. Check this one out. You're gonna like this one. Listen, this is a Crockpot Honey Garlic Sesame Chicken. I got it. I would put most of the ingredients in the name and all of that, but trust me, folks, this one's gonna be over the top. Let's get it. All right, so we got chicken right here, right? So I'm gonna do it out of thighs. I love the thighs. I love the dark meat. It just makes it so juicy, right? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you these right here. And again, it comes from wherever you get your chicken from, the process. You see this right here? Some of you guys probably won't take that off. Just for video purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this extra skin, right? Let me go ahead and move, my scallion / green onion. I'm just cleaning this up so it'll be visually appealing at the end. I get rid of, anything that's just out on the side. We just go ahead and cut this. Now, a lot of people ask me that just because I'm using a certain piece of chicken, you know what I mean? You can use other parts too. This could have been made, I ain't gonna say, you can do it with wings. You can do it with anything. You can do it with breast. You can do this with drumsticks. But here's a question some people are gonna ask me. Can I make this and use boneless? I'm gonna go ahead and debone, one just to show you guys. Right now, I just wanna clean some of this up. See that? We just get rid of all of this extra skin and all of that. Talk to me down in the comment section below. How many of y'all wash and clean your chicken? I don't really show that because everybody got their own method. If you guys want me to show that one day in the video, I'll show you. My grandmother was from the South, you know what I mean? So she used a lot of lemon juice, things of that nature. When you're doing it, wash it, run it under the sink. But I want you to give you guys a homework assignment. I want you to go ahead and look at the FDA and see what they recommend. I know y'all ain't gonna like what they say, but just let me know. Let's open up the conversation. All right, so after I trimmed them all, made some cuts, I'm not gonna be crucial. You see that right there? I mean, I can't take that off, but we wanna have some flavor to mix in there with our sauce, right? So I'm gonna take this one. If you guys didn't know, I'll be preaching to the choir to those who do know, right? So I'm gonna take this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna debone that. So I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna get underneath this bone right here on this thigh, and I'm gonna push it all the way through. You wanna be careful. Let me see, let me get this under here like this. First, let me just open it up this way. Let's just trace this. I don't know why I was trying to do it that way. It needs to be done like the easiest, right? So I'll just trace this bone. You want to have a sharp bone. Notice how I just do this. It's almost like I'm scoring it, but see how it opens up right there? Right? Now, it'll be easier for us to get underneath the bottom of it. And then if you look, see how it came through? Right, I'm gonna turn the knife this way because what I want to do is I want to cut along and I want to trace the knife. I want to keep my chicken, as much chicken as possible, right? So we just bring this in like this. Now I'm gonna turn it and we're gonna cut towards the top of the bone. You see this right here? It cuts them tendons and all of that off of there. Now, like I said, I want to keep the chicken. You guys can do this and come up with a technique that you'd like to use. You know what I mean? That's easy for you, But the main thing is you just want to get this bone out of here. Would this be better with boneless? Yeah, and don't forget, when you buy it with the bone, it's much cheaper this way than to buy boneless, right? So now I just take it and I just pull it like this. You see how that is? It kind of like releases itself. And then I can see it's got like a little bit of a tendon on it. So what I'll do is I'll just cut down and voila. The more you do it, the better you get. Of course, it was going to be difficult for me, showing you guys because I'm making a video. Now, this piece that I'm cutting off right now, don't be as critical as me. Again, I'm making a video and I just like it. Like, look at that right there. Tell me you wouldn't want to go ahead and put some bread on this and fry it. Ooh, this make a great sandwich. As you guys can see, you want to talk about like the ease of making something. Look at this right here. After we just did that little bit of trimming, all we're going to do is stack these thighs, on the inside, right? So we just want to get them all in here. Now, you guys can double this recipe. This that boneless one. Ooh, I'm gonna put this one right here so I can keep up with it. Boneless is gonna be me, right? So we just get them. I kind of like tucking them in like this. You see that? Yes, sir. Now, for anybody asks, and let me give you that information. This is a 7-quart crock pot. Now, this is super easy to make. Nice and big, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to fit in here. I'm gonna set this off to the side. We finna make the sauce and put that on top. All right, so look, you guys gonna love this. The rest of the ingredients, if you did it the way I do it, I measure out everything and keep everything to the side, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate my sesame seeds, we don't need that, and then my green onion, we don't need that, right? But everything else goes in this bowl right here. You gotta love it. Now don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. So I know some of y'all looking at that and like, damn, is he putting barbecue sauce in there? No, this is hoisin. You guys make sure that I said it right. Hoisin sauce, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this again, because I can't quite remember this. If you spray your Pyrex with a non-sticking spray, your honey or anything that'll stick will just slide right out. One of these days I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip. Okay, so look, you guys see these ingredients right here? There's not a whole lot to it. This is really, truly a dump and go. So don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website, smokinandgrillin.com, and that's WITAB.com. Okay, so look, you see the name of it is honey garlic chicken, right? So of course we gotta have the garlic, right? So I'm gonna be using my press. I love using my press because I am tired of, I don't know how long you guys been cooking, but I'm tired of just, doing a mince, right? So this is it right here. You guys can pick these up. They on my website. They everywhere, you know what I mean? So listen, we just gonna go ahead and just give this a, a squeeze, just like that. And then I'm gonna just take a straight edge, right? So we always cooking when using a knife or doing something like that. You can use that. You see, even when it minces, you can go ahead and use one of these, spatulas. What I like about it is, you see this little piece right here? That's still all of the garlic. I wanna get it all, folks. Love the aromatic that it kicks back. So let's just put this in here like this, and let's do another. Yes, sir. All right, so once you got everything in there, look, I'm gonna turn it around this way so you guys can just see. See all of that? That's all of that minced garlic. I'm gonna just tell you, there's something about these Asian, ingredients, soy, hoisin, and garlic. Man, that smells good. Now look at this right here. This is all worked down on the bottom, right? Let me do it again. Look at that. Yes, sir. So now we just get in there with that whisk and get it all to, incorporate. You wanted to have that honey flavor. So only 2 ingredients you should have left would be your green onion, scallion, and you should have your sesame seed. Now when I pick it up like this, look, that's telling me it's diluting. Yeah, this is what we want, folks. The rest of it you guys can figure out from here. We just gonna pour that on there, and then we're gonna go ahead and set this crock pot, and I'm gonna see you guys later. So this is what I like. I like to see all of that, the garlic, the minced garlic on top. Now, when I tell you it's dump and go, watch what I do. I'm getting ready to dump, right? And I do like to put it on here. Love the color, that you see. You can see, oh yeah, look at that. That's what you get from that soy. And I like to get it all. Using that dark meat, it's gonna put a lot of flavor inside of that. This is gonna be fire, folks. Okay, so listen, my timer went off. Actually, my timer went off about 30 minutes ago, right? So this particular crock pot, and like anything that's modern, it has set itself to warm. So you guys come on in here and take a look at that right there. Ooh, look at that. Now, what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to cut me some of these green onions. Notice how I cut them. Since we doing something Asian, I don't know why it has to be cut like this. You can cut them like this, or I can do this. Watch this. I can get it even more slanted. It's really up to you, but I just love to, get them and they end up looking like this. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I got some running to do, and this is what makes this crock pot video, like super nice, right? We're gonna go ahead and put it on low, and I'm gonna set my time. I'm gonna set it for 6 hours. You can go 7 hours, you know what I mean? It really depends on your 6.5 to do, and I'm gonna hit start. It really depends on your crock pot. I know mine, 6.5, that's gonna do it. So now I'm gonna get some sesame seeds, and I like to just put these right here over the top. And I got these gloves on, and what I'm trying to do is to apply these so that they don't just clump up, on there, right? So we just get some of these on here like that. Then we're gonna hit it with them green onions, the green part of it. Oh man, I just wish you guys could smell it. I'm working on smell-o-vision, folks. All right, folks, look, I done decorated it, did everything I was supposed to. You know what I mean? Not only is, the green onion tops just for like the garnish, but don't forget, it does level up a little bit of the flavor too. And then putting the sesame seeds, you really don't taste those. Now, if you guys want to, you can go ahead and toast them. Listen, I'm not finna over talk it. I just want to show you this. I actually, look, when your chicken breaks like that, is that moist enough for y'all? I don't need no knife. All right, let me just go ahead and get some of this. You guys see that? Cheers, y'all. Look at that steam. No, this right here fire. Now, hold on. Hey, I don't know what to say. Simple, it gives you that little Asian theme in the house. And listen, you can cook multiple. You can actually stack this on top, double the recipe, make sure that everything is coated, in your sauce, and you could probably feed 10 people, you know what I mean? Hey, this is super good. Just check it, make sure you got 165 internal, and boom, that's it. If you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know what, folks? I'm not finna fake no funk. I'm about to just straight eat. I'm out. Peace.